And thank you for joining me on The Time Is Always Now podcast. My name is Terence Young. I'm your host for the podcast today. This is a podcast that's dedicated to helping people get past their excuses. Helping people get past the time of saying, you know what, I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to do that next week. I'm going to do that next year. I'm going to do that at the beginning of the year. I'm going to start that diet or start that business, whatever it is. Stop making the excuses. This podcast is about recognizing that the time is always now and harnessing that power in the eternal moment of now. That's what it's all about. If you want to change your life for the better, there is no other time you can do that than now. And that's what I'm all about. That is my life's mission, to help people get past their excuses and get to a point where they are moving forward, making some decision each and every moment of now to move forward in their life and not waiting on the right time, because we know the right time doesn't exist. So I'm excited about being with you today. If you want to donate to the cause, remember you can always go to my website. It's terenceyoungnow.com and donate there. That allows me to continue to give these messages, continue to do this podcast and everything that I do to spread these messages out to the world. Everyone needs to hear this message. Everyone can benefit from hearing these types of messages, these encouraging messages that I choose to put forward and continue to put forward each and every day that I do it, and of course each and every week on this podcast. So I am excited about today. As you all know, happy Easter Sunday to everyone out there. If you celebrate Easter, great time. Easter is a time for Christians to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and I say that's a great thing to celebrate. I love that tradition. I grew up in that tradition. And I also say that it's not just about resurrecting there. How about resurrecting your consciousness? The resurrection of your consciousness. How about we not just celebrate it today? How about we celebrate it every single day? The resurrection of your consciousness. How about resurrecting every single moment of now, when we get drawn back into those feelings of we're not good enough? How about resurrecting that consciousness that we can overcome, right? We can overcome. That's the message that I like to send forward for this day. So I love the fact that even though this Easter Sunday is a little different, because most churches obviously are not meeting in person, we are still able to celebrate, whether it be online or wherever you are. The great thing about church or any type of religion is it is not about the building. It never was about the building. It's about your relationship with God, and you don't need a building to do that. You can have those people. You can meet with them on Zoom or whatever you guys are using, Skype, but you having your personal relationship with God is all you need. So I am so thankful for this day. I'm so thankful for this Easter Sunday. Although it's different than others, I am still grateful and so thankful for all that I have and being able to be alive in this time. And we all should be. We should be grateful that we woke up this morning, right? Because if you woke up this morning, that means God's got something else for you to do. So happy Easter Sunday to you all. Happy Resurrection Sunday to you all. Today's podcast, I'm excited about it because I was watching TV, and one of the commercials, I don't know what the company was, but they had this quote, and the quote was, "I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do." I'm going to say that again. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. And when I saw it, I recognized, I said, that's a song, that's Jana Stanfield's song. And sure enough, they even credited it. It said Jana Stanfield on the What a powerful, powerful statement. I cannot do all the good the world needs. I can't do everything the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. How appropriate is that for this time that we are living in right now? How appropriate is that? And it got me to thinking that the world needs all the good we can do, and that's about teamwork, right? That's about teamwork. And I think teamwork is so important. It's so important. I think every child should be on some type of team. When I was growing up, I played a lot of basketball, so I was always on a basketball team growing up. And it teaches you so many things about working together with other people that may not look like you. That's a great way to build racial relationships between people. When little kids are on a team, they don't think about that kind of stuff, because you got to depend on that next person. That's your brother or your sister or whatever it is. You need them to achieve that goal. There's a acronym that says TEAM stands for Together Everyone Achieves More. And it's so important in this time that we're living in right now. We are a team, and the team is humanity, right? And our foe is COVID-19. And we need to do our part to help the team win this, to come out of this on the other side. And it's so important that we do our part. Teamwork is powerful in so many ways. And I think it's funny because I love to see when there's a little meme that I've seen on Facebook before, where they show the big dog and he's carrying the little dog in the basket, and it's like it's teamwork. He's helping the little dog out. But we can learn so much about teamwork from animals. We really can. We can learn so much about teamwork from animals. Each winter, Canadian geese fly south, right? They fly down here, and it's amazing that they do this. And have you ever noticed that they fly in this beautiful V formation? You ever look up in the sky and you say, wow, look at those birds, and they're flying in this beautiful V formation. Have you ever wondered, why are they flying in a V formation? Why aren't they just like all over the place? There's a reason for that. See, the geese have figured out that if they fly in that V formation, they can travel faster than if they flew alone. The geese have figured out that each geese, one behind the other, they use less effort to fly. So they can get from Canada to Florida 50% faster by flying in that V formation. They figured this out. I don't know how they figured it out, but it's teamwork. That's what teamwork does. And we can learn so much from animals because they exhibit that teamwork, right? They're doing it more efficiently. They're doing it more faster and more efficiently by flying in that V formation. We need to be doing the same things right now. The world needs us as a team. We need to do our part. So important. I was talking to my kids the other day, and they were saying about what they can do to help and things like that. And they, as a matter of fact, it was funny because the Surgeon General was on TV, and he was talking about minorities and how how COVID-19 is affecting minorities more at this point. It's showing it seems to be more. And he was saying, do it for your abuela, your abuelo, things like that. And sure enough, their abuelo lives with them. And so I was talking to my son and daughter. They were saying, yeah, we're being very, very careful that we don't go out and bring this back to the home because we could get him sick. And that's so important. I was like, wow, you're right. You got to be very, very careful about what you do. Make sure you're washing your hands and all those things. Do your part, right? Do your part. As it says again, I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. So do your part, whatever that is. And I was like, yeah, I need to definitely do that. Definitely do that. Maybe for you, what your part is helping someone else, right? Maybe someone in your family, or a friend, or a associate, co-worker, church family member. Maybe they're depressed, or maybe they're dealing with some type of anxiety. Maybe your part in this teamwork is to help them. I tell you, I share this a lot when I'm speaking. If you want to find a way to find joy in your life, if you want to find a way to find happiness in your life, if you want to find a way to find peace in your life, all you got to do is one thing: help someone. That's it. If you want to find joy, if you want to find peace, if you want to find happiness, if you want to find bliss, help someone. Yeah, help someone. So maybe your part is helping someone in that way. Maybe it's just a phone conversation. Maybe it's just a text message. Maybe it's a message on Facebook or Instagram, whatever, and just say, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? How can I help? That might be all you need to do. Remember, I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. Maybe that's what you can do. Think about what you can do to help this team win. And the team is the entire human race. The world needs all of us now. What can you do? What can you do? There's a great quote that says, you can't help everybody, but everybody can help somebody. You can't help everybody, but everybody can help somebody. So start thinking about that in your circles. Who can I help? What can I do? What can I do to help the team win? It's all about teamwork now. We need everyone on the same page, on the same team to win. What can I do? What can you do? Let me go through a couple of examples. Maybe what you can do is social distancing. If that's what you do, just do that to the best of your ability, right? Do that. Follow those social distancing guidelines. Don't be running all around the different shops and malls and having family gatherings and barbecues. No, social distance. Do that. Remember, it only takes one person to be sick, not know they're sick, right? Because you can be asymptomatic, and then give it to somebody else, and that person gives it to somebody else. And really, that person gives it to 10 other people, and you give it to 10 other people like that. So if what you can do to help this team is social distance, then do that. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do, and maybe that's the good that I can do right now. Do that. Maybe you're an artist. I love this. I've been online a lot, as we all have lately. Maybe you're an artist. Do you paint? If you paint, if you create art in some way, share it. We need it. We need to see it. We need to be inspired by what you create, whatever that is. If you're a painter, paint. If you're a sculptor, sculpt. If you're a musician, play, sing. We've seen tons of that. I see it right here locally for me, and of course nationally. Last night I was watching something with country music. I think it was supposed to be a big show, but of course they can't have a big show. So all the artists, or many of the artists I should say, were performing in their own homes. It was wonderful. I watched it on TV. It was great. I got to see all these artists performing acoustic versions of their songs. It was really, really cool. If that's what you do, do that. Remember, I can't do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. So if I'm an artist and I sing. If I'm a guitar player or a keyboard player, play. If I'm a speaker, speak. Whatever it is you do that. Do that. Maybe you're a seamstress. I've seen this a lot lately. You make clothes or whatever you do. Make masks, right? I've seen tons of different companies now in my local area, and I'm sure you've seen in yours as well, where people have changed their business model from making whatever, flags or clothes or dresses, to now they're making masks. Do that. If that's what you do, I cannot do all the good that the world needs. I can't do everything, but the world needs all the good I can do. As a team, we're on the same team. Do that. No matter what it is. If you're on the front lines, Like my son works at Walmart. He's going to work every single day. If you're one of those essential workers at the grocery stores, the different big box stores that stay open to sell food, clothing, things like that. If you're, of course, a nurse or a doctor, medical profession, if that's what you do, do that. Stay safe and do that to the best of your abilities. And we thank all of the essential workers for all that you do. We need all of you to help. That you're helping to keep this country running. So thank you for that. If that's what you do, do that. You can't do everything. I can't do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. And if that's what you do, do that. And we thank you for it. We are all on the same team. We're all on the same team. This is about teamwork here. And if we can build that consciousness of teamwork throughout our world, then we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay because we are all working on the same team. We are all working on the same team. This is about together. Everyone achieves more. Team. Together, everyone achieves more. We'll all be better off if we work on the same team. And I know that we're already doing that. So I'm preaching to the choir as I'm saying this right now. I'm saying thank you in advance for continuing to do this. Continuing for us to work forward so we can get our country back on track. And of course, the rest of the world as well. We are all on the same team. The team of humankind, of mankind. Yes. So I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all and I thank you for listening to the podcast. I really, really do. And just remember, whatever it is you do, do that. Remember the words. I cannot do all the good that the world needs. We're not expecting you to do everything. You don't have to go out and try to save the world. Right? But the world needs all the good I can do. The world needs all the good you can do. I'll tell you this. I shared this in one of my videos that I made. Like, you can't change the world, but you can change yourself. And when you change yourself, you change the world. And that's what we need right now. So I thank you for joining me again today on today's podcast. Please share this video, share this podcast with your friends, with your coworkers. Push it out into the masses. I want everyone to get this message. Everyone in the world, really, I want them to get this message. Absolutely. Share it with everyone that you know so they can hear it, so they can feel it, so they can and take it into their being, encapsulate it, and then encourage others to do the same. If we do all the good that we can do, then we will help change the world. And we can unequivocally say, I own the now, and I have won. It's TY. I'm signing off. Remember, the time is always now. I'll see you soon. Thanks.